$4,000 a month is what I bring home as a teacher. I get paid once a month. I have a master's degree and I've taught for 17 years. My mortgage has gone up, my insurance has gone up, taxes have gone up, and my teacher paycheck stayed the same.
17 years as a teacher, a master's degree, earning $4,000 a month. There was a time that most Americans would hear something like that and think, you were doing okay. Maybe you're not rich, maybe you're not driving a Bentley or vacationing in the Maldives twice a year. But you went to school, you built a career, you worked your way up. You should at least be able to leave. And then that's what makes what we're seeing across America very interesting. Because increasingly this conversation or these questions rather, they're not coming from people making minimum wage. Teachers are saying it. Nurses are saying it. Office workers are saying it. People making 60, 80, even six figures are asking the same question. Where is all my money going? And I think that's what makes this conversation very important about what is taking place with America's middle class. Because when somebody tells us what they are making, we immediately think about that big number. $60,000 a year sounds very good. $80,000 sounds even better. $100,000. For a generation, that number represented success. But your money doesn't buy you anything. Taxes come out. Then housing, health insurance, electricity, phone, internet, gas, grocery, childcare if you have children, credit card payments for others. And suddenly that impressive number starts to look very different.
You gotta come to the realization that your job is keeping you broke. I make $20 an hour, bro. I just seen somebody write in the comment section of somebody's video, and this is a fact. $20 an hour at a 40-hour work week is only $800 a week. It's only eight. And listen, for the people that work at the place that I work at, I don't even know how much longer I'm gonna be there. But for the people that work at the place that I work at, it's $800. And then the only way you're gonna reach over 900 or 1,000 is if you do the overtime. Now they starting to take away the overtime. So guess what? We need multiple streams of income. These jobs are keeping people broke.
Okay, now you can disagree with him about whether $20 an hour is a good wage. That's actually not the interesting part. The interesting part is how many people are starting to do the exact calculation. They are no longer asking, how much do I make? They are starting to ask, what can my paycheck actually buy me? And those are two completely different questions. Look at this. Since 2020, both prices and average wages have climbed sharply. On paper, average hourly earnings have actually risen a little faster than overall consumer prices. So why do so many Americans still feel like they are falling behind? Because averages don't pay your mortgage, your grocery bill, your insurance, or your debt. Your personal paycheck does. And depending on where you live and what you spend your money on, your reality can look very different from the national average. And this is where things get even more interesting. A six-figure salary used to have psychological meaning in America. A $100,000 meant you made it. House, car, vacations, retirement savings, maybe put the kids to college, and obviously that did depend where you live and the size of your family. Culturally, a six-figure salary meant something. Today, ask somebody living in Miami, New York, Boston, Los Angeles, San Francisco, whether they feel rich. Some of them might even laugh at you, because here's the trap. As people income rises, their expenses often rise with it. A bigger mortgage, childcare, 2 vehicles, insurance, student debt, and perhaps the most dangerous expense of all, lifestyle creep. You make more, you spend more. Then one day you realize something very uncomfortable. You are making more money than you ever have, and somehow you're still waiting for payday. Imagine a family we'll call the Johnsons. Between the two parents, they earn $105,000 a year. Sounds very comfortable until we look underneath the salary. They have 2 kids. Mortgage $2,400 a month, 2 vehicles and insurance, another $1,300. Grocery, maybe $900. Utilities, phone and internet, $600. Childcare, $1,200. Then gas, health insurance, student loan, credit cards, house repairs, school expenses, and everything else life decides to throw at you on a random Tuesday. Their problem isn't necessarily that they don't make money. Their problem is that every dollar already has somewhere to go before they receive it. And that's a very different kind of broke. Now, here's the part about this conversation that most people don't want to hear. Not all of this is inflation. Some of it is us. There are Americans making $100,000 a year who really are struggling with unavoidable expenses. There are also Americans making $100,000 a year, living as if they were making $200,000. New vehicles every 3 years, huge house, subscription everywhere, DoorDash 4 nights a week, credit cards carrying vacation from 2 summers ago, buy now, pay later, and then we blame the economy for every dollar we are missing. Both of those things can be true. America has become significantly more expensive. Some Americans have also built lifestyles they cannot afford. That's where personal responsibility has to enter the conversation.
It's tough out here for everyone. I'm a controls engineer. I have a good job. I've been doing this for a minute. You can Google a controls engineer salary. I should be able to live very comfortably as a single man with 3 kids. I should have no financial struggles. I should be able to afford a home. I should be able to afford a brand new car. And all of this while taking trips and having vacations. And I live in a trailer. I drive a fairly new car, yes. But I have to budget. Like, I'm living paycheck to paycheck. I cannot get ahead. I do not buy expensive clothes. I do not take expensive trips. I do not put stuff on credit card. I'm not there yet. But for what I make, I should live very comfortably, and I don't presently. I thought at one time if I made as much as I make now, I would be rich and have no problems. And that's probably true 8 years ago. But over the past 5 years, I have seen my standard of living substantially drop. I am living a lower middle class lifestyle. And I make good money. I don't drink my coffee out. I make it at home every day. I carry my lunch. I take my kids to fast food maybe once a week, 30, 40 bucks. I have a Planet Fitness membership. I shop at discount clothes. I thrift for almost everything. So telling people to just stop buying coffee and they could afford a home, or just to wait a little bit till they can afford kids, is just gaslighting people. We're being robbed by our government, through the hands of corporations, by our government's control. And hearing people and reading comments that people are just don't get it. They really don't. I feel bad for my kids. I feel bad for people starting out today. Gen X didn't have it very easy. The millennials didn't have it very easy, and I don't know what Gen Z is going to do. We're in a bad situation in this country financially. We're $38 trillion in debt, and they're about to turn the printers on again, which is going to cause even more inflation and even more problems. So I don't have easy answers, but telling people to stop buying coffee and wasting money, like that's we're past that. We're way past that. It's time to do something. I don't know what, but something's got to give.
Listen to what keeps repeating. It's not that I want to be rich. It's I thought I would be doing better. And that's a different frustration. Because America has always had poor people. America has always had wealthy people. What made the American economy unusual was the enormous group in between. The person who wasn't rich but didn't feel poor either. You worked, bought a modest house, raised children, took a vacation occasionally, saved for retirement, and had enough left over that one broken refrigerator did not become a financial emergency. That's the lifestyle people are afraid they are losing. The way I look at the middle class isn't just income. I call it the refrigerator test. If your refrigerator dies tonight, tomorrow morning you need a new one. Can you buy it without putting your household into financial crisis? If the answer is yes, you are financially stable. But if the answer is credit card, payment plan, borrow money, wait until payday, then that tells us something that your salary alone is not telling us. Because financial stability isn't just having enough money to pay your bills. It's having enough to absorb life. But I don't think the takeaway from all of this should be America is finished. We are doomed. Give up. Quite the opposite. I think people are waking up to the fact that the old financial rules aren't working the way it once did. Once you recognize that, you can adjust. Maybe that $70,000 job isn't enough anymore. Maybe that giant house isn't worth it. Maybe financing that $70,000 car just because the bank approves you isn't a smart move. Maybe having 6 months worth of savings sitting in your bank account is more impressive than having a luxury vehicle sitting in your driveway. Maybe looking wealthy and being financially secure are two completely different things. And that's the reason I don't really think that this story is about people going broke. I think it's about Americans redefining what it means to be doing well. For decades, success was measured by what people could see. The cars, the house, the vacations, the clothes. Maybe the next version of the American dream is quieter. No credit card balance, money in the bank, manageable mortgage, enough saving in the bank that a broken refrigerator is just annoying, not terrifying. But I want to hear from you. Forget what economists telling you the middle class is. Forget what the politicians tell you. What income does a family needs today to comfortably call itself a middle class?